Assalamualaikum. Hello everybody. Still with this channel. Still talks about IDG, integrated drive generator. This is my second video discussing how IDG works on CFM56 powered Airbus 320. At this time, I would like to introduce the IDG external features first and try to figure out their functions. The IDG is attached to the gearbox using QAD adapter, quick attach detach adapter, with a tension bolt right here. Here are the output cables, which are already discussed on my first video. Right here we have two oil tubes, which are the connection to the oil cooler. Here is the oil, cool oil from the cooler, and then the other one is the hot oil to be sent to the oil cooler on the left hand side of the engine. This one is servicing oil port, while this one is the overflow drain port. Right here we have a differential pressure indicator, side class for oil quantity, and there are two filter bowls housing filters inside. On the upper side here we have fan valve, which is a relief valve. Basically we have to maintain internal IDG pressure. That's why when we do a servicing of engine, correction of IDG oil, when we attach the adapter hose, then we have a little air pressure coming out from the IDG. Right here we have three connectors. The other one is here. It's a little one, namely connector A, B, and C with their respective functions. Alright, I guess this is enough to talk about IDG physical peripherals. We will discuss the functions of all peripherals in the next video using schematic. So hang on. Alright, here we are in the cold and nice room away from the apron. Now let's start from the beginning. When the engine starts to rotate, it rotates the gearbox, and in turn the input IDG shaft does rotate as well. This tiny shaft is then drive two things: differential gear and variable pump. The variable pump will drive the fixed motor, in which in overdrive all the time, because the input speed is always lower than the generator speed. This trim speed is then added to the initial input speed in the summing unit, which is integrated into the differential gear system. The result speed is relatively constant and then become the generator speed. In generator side actually consists of three generators: PMG, exciter, and main generator. Once the generator shaft rotates, the PMG produces AC powers. This output is sent to the GCU, generator control unit, somewhere located just below the cockpit, via connector B for two purposes: for speed sensing and the exciter field control. For speed sensing, the PMG output frequency is used to control the variable unit wobble position. This wobble angle is controlled by control cylinder. Control cylinder is electrohydraulically controlled by servo valve, and the servo valve is controlled by GCU using the PMG frequency. This control signal for servo valve is using connector B, while the second function of the PMG output is for exciter field generation. This exciter field supply will determine the output voltage of the main generator because the exciter armature will be directly fed as main generator field through the rotating diodes. Somewhere before the GLC, right here, the POR, point of regulation, we have this point which is tap the voltage by the GCU to manipulate the exciter field current, so we have a constant voltage in the output of the generator. The exciter current will be sent via connector A, and the current transformer, which is not picture right here, uses connector A as well for phase unbalance and overload detection. Okay, other monitoring function is the oil temperature bulb reading. Oil temperature bulb reading is sent to the GCU via connector B. Disconnect solenoid uses connector A, while pressure switch information discrete is sent by connector C. Thank you. Okay, so this completes the whole IDG system discussion in level 2. Not too comprehensive, but at least nice to know. Thank you everybody. Assalamualaikum.